My kiddos are getting their cars stacked up to go ahead and play with the Monster Jam track here because we have so much fun with crashing cars and of course all the monster trucks and all the fun noises and sounds and automation of this whole track. So you can see they stack nice and easy. It comes with 5 of those little green cars and they're actually supposed to be placed right in the front here. I'll move them for my 3-year-old here. They get placed right in the front there, so that way when the car jumps up this ramp, it jumps right into those cars, knocks them over, and then presses right down on here. And that kind of lights up these fires and gets fireworks sounds and all of that fun stuff going. I just don't have any batteries in this one right now. I just have my big D batteries in the base here. It does take 4 D batteries, and you can see my 3-year-old just turned it on. And it comes with those 2 cars, 2 monster trucks, sorry. And just kind of jumps and does its thing there. It will pick up speed over time and kind of continue on, but you kind of have to give it some momentum to go through that tunnel. Of course, baby. Ready? Let's push it. Can you get the orange one too? Let's get the other truck.
It's not gonna go up here.
It's gonna go up there. There you go. See? You gotta push it a little bit, yeah. There we go.
It's not gonna go.
Oh, and then there is this little ramp area. My husband is convinced that it's for if the trucks make it up this ramp, they can sometimes go right over these cars and jump right onto this ramp and then keep going. It's very rare that we've seen that happen, but it does happen, which is another cool little aspect of this toy as well. And then just, you can see here, how it kind of works with that ramp having that big space. So it doesn't always make it, of course. There is another ramp right over here as well where the kids can kind of play with that separately. And then all of the details in the dirt base there as well. Now putting this together isn't my favorite thing in the world, but I am not a handy person and reading instructions is not my forte. I will say though, we got it together without my husband's help and have been able to take this apart and put it back together. You can kind of see that when we take it apart, the plastic does, oh, you knocked him over. The plastic does have those little bending marks, so I wouldn't recommend taking it apart too often, but for us it's really large to keep in our space where we kind of rotate out toys. So that is the main thing. You could always cut it in half with taking apart half of it and then kind of storing the 2 halves rather than the whole thing, because it does come apart right here and then right here, so that would kind of split it in that halfway point for you. And then in this tunnel here, it works on kind of like rollers, as you can kind of see right in the back here. So those actually get onto or hook onto the top of the monster truck there and get it going with that momentum. I will say it works great with the cars that are provided. It also works great with other Monster Jam monster trucks. We have the Monster Jam, like the huge one that mounts to the wall. It's like that 6-foot track. It's crazy. And that came with its own car. That car is also compatible here. But other brands of monster trucks are pretty, I wouldn't even say hit or miss, they're pretty miss on being able to actually fit through there. These ones have like that die cast, so they're a metal. So those ones are metal. They're going to be a little bit thicker to go through there rather than a plastic where it kind of gets caught. But overall, so much fun. This is, again, my 1-year-old and 3-year-old love playing with this. There's not too much interaction happening other than resetting the cars. So I will note that if your kiddo really likes hands-on, this might not be the best track with the rollers going. But if you turn those rollers off, your kiddo can push the cars through. So that's what my 1-year-old likes to do, since he doesn't, of course, really understand how the track works. But since it does have that little divider piece or that little lifted edge, it's really easy to keep these monster trucks on the track. For this little ramp piece here, it doesn't go down, it stays at the lifted piece there. In order to get it to lift up to hit these cars, you'll actually hold down this little red button here while the car is jumping. Or you can try to challenge yourself and time it right, like my husband likes to do with my boys here, and hit it right at the right time as the car is passing over that red ramp. But yeah, again, totally fun for kids who are car obsessed or monster car obsessed and love all the crashing motions as well as the sounds and celebratory things. So really fun track with the loop-de-loop there. Just 2 extra little features and things that they can do as well with this track.